All right. Necessary microphone glitches, but yeah, here we are. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Haven't had this stream in a while either. I keep saying we, I don't know why, but I am at 720 resets. Make that 721 now. And yeah, I mean, it is going really slow, but I think if I just keep at it. Oh, Nintendo, can you not do this now, please? No, I just wanna, yeah, please, thank you. Alright, let's get this going. And who's here already? Ven Minx, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Good luck, thank you, I'm definitely gonna need it. I definitely hope that I hope that I won't go over 4,000. That would really suck for a shiny. That's at best. But you know, I wouldn't say I made a bet. I made a promise rather, and I'm just a woman of my words. So I'm gonna keep at it. Finished leveling my Mewtwo, level 100. Nice. Its stats are HP 354, which yeah, okay. Mewtwo is, well, always has been a strong Pokemon. Attack 217. I don't think you're gonna have a physical Mewtwo, or maybe you would transfer it up to the newer gens and play Mega Mewtwo X. That would be maybe viable. Defense of 203. Special attack 424. Yeah, you'd rather go with that, right? Special defense 203 and speed 339. So I'm assuming modest and maybe not so good special defense IVs. Maybe. Then again, I kind of forgot the base special defense of Mewtwo. I don't know every single stat or base stat total by heart, or maybe not base stat total, but just how the base stats are distributed. And I don't know if you hear it, but should you hear laughter, like human laughter, that's not mine. Yeah, the weather is really good. Just also switch to music. And the neighbors are, you know how it is in Luxembourg. Once the weather is around 20 or above 15 degrees, even this late, then people start grilling. That's just a tradition. I'm the weirdo here for not really grilling outside. And yeah, you might hear the neighbors having a good time outside. I don't know. Yeah, it is modest. Okay, that's what I thought. That's a good nature. Pretty standard nature to go with a Mewtwo. Either modest or timid. Alright, I hope. Oh, that's the worst part about this hunt. Really, the startup time just takes so long. I've seen it being done on a Switch 2, which didn't take that much time. But yeah, again, I don't have a Switch 2. I mean, I could buy one, yes. I could even buy multiple, honestly, but that wouldn't be a wise financial decision right now. And I have to set money aside for other things. So it's pretty low on the priority list, even though I would love to have one. Especially because of Kirby Air Riders. I've been waiting 20 years for Kirby's Air Ride to get a sequel. And then it's out, and then I'm the only one kind of missing out. Everyone keeps telling me, oh, Yana, you're gonna like it, you're gonna love it. It's pretty much like the GameCube game, and, well, I think for now I need to play the GameCube game. Because I don't know when we will buy a Switch 2. Eventually we will. Emulator? Yeah, I guess I could use emulator, right? But are there any Switch 2 emulators? Are they already out? Don't have a Switch 2 either. Was doing it on my phone via emulator. Oh, so I guess that answers my question then. I read the later comment before I read the other. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting games. Well, Kirby Air Riders, definitely. And just having a Switch with higher performance, definitely. Also nice, but yeah, other stuff needs to be done first, and I'm gonna need so much money this year. Relatively speaking. I'm gonna need to change into a new car. My leasing is done next year. I don't like the car anyway that I currently drive. So I'm gonna need to set money aside for that. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna keep it. Because that would mean I would have to pay, I don't know, 15,000 euros for essentially to keep the car indefinitely, and yeah. I'd rather use much less money and buy something else that I then own. And of course the company thing, company creation. The license also is like 200 euros, I think, as a like the commerce license in Luxembourg. And then you can have the logo made in Luxembourg. You can actually officially have that one then. And other stuff, so that's gonna... You know, Switch 2, I would like to, yes, but there's other things that need to be paid first, unfortunately. And I'm kind of also waiting for, maybe in vain, for a limited color Switch 2 version to come out. Like, not the colors that they have now, I don't really like them, but... Well, preferably something pink, of course, which didn't come with Kirby Air Riders, which is kind of a bummer. But maybe they'll make a version like that, who knows. Did I tell you I completed my shiny living dex of 3rd gen? Yes, you did. And I said congratulations. And was thinking, wait, I could maybe do that too. Considering that almost all of Hoenn's Pokemon I have as a shiny, with the RNG manipulation thing, that's pretty easy. Jesus, that's too... Yeah, I know, right? For a Kia Picanto, no. I might be wrong though, I have to see the contract again, but I think it was... Because the worth of the car is 20,000, almost 20,000 euros. And then they need to see, okay, how much has the car deteriorated since I've been using it. Well, the dents are not from me, definitely not. Even though people see me and they think, haha, women drivers are bad. No, those are good old, as we call them in Luxembourg, Kaktusschreepsen, which translates to cactus dents. And no, they're not from cacti, as in the plant. Obviously not, we don't really have that in the wild in Luxembourg, we're not a desert. But like the supermarket chain, Luxembourgish supermarket chain called Cactus. And it's kind of known that you will get a dent in your car when you park there. Some boomer who can barely drive their car will dent your car. Got some really nasty reddish scrape on one side, but removing it would cost me in like at least 1,000 euros, and I just don't see the point. And it's not even a car that I really like. I mean, it did the braking thing again, where I was definitely not speeding, seeing in front of me a couple of, I'd say 200 meters. I see, oh boy, there's some congestion happening. I use my, you know, the button in the middle of a car with the warning triangle. Essentially like the blinker, but it's not left and right, it's both sides. At least in Luxembourg it's very common, and in Germany and France as well. to warn people driving behind you to slow down because there's traffic jam coming up. And I did that. I had more than enough time and everything essentially to brake, and then suddenly my car just goes, oh my god, you're gonna crash. Just freaking did a full-on 100% brake, and thank goodness there was no one behind me, because I think that one would have, you know, just rammed me from behind, and that's definitely not something I need right now. And I hate it. I even went to the garage with the car for the mandatory checkup, and it's worse now outside than it was like before. Which that doesn't make any sense. Why would the car be worse when after I drive away from the mechanic, after the mechanic has like seen the car and checked it? That is definitely weird. The left mirror still has that weird tick where it doesn't really go out completely, so I have to push the button a bajillion times. Can't really adjust it by hand because, ooh, new car, everything has to be via any button press, and then if something goes wrong, you can't adjust it manually, which sucks. Makes me want to have an old car even more. And the screen, it's like, I mean, I got it as a kind of a emergency to have a car for a good price, but yeah, I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not blaming it on my husband, no. No, I'm not blaming it on him. I'm blaming it on some random boomers that just, I don't know what they're doing, but they just don't see that they're scraping your car when they're coming out of the parking space. It's just, like, it's a very common thing. We even have a term for it, right? Kaktusschreeps. You imagine there being a term for Walmart dent, because it's just such a common phenomenon. Yeah, hazard lights, okay. Oh, you barely use hazard lights? Yeah, I mean, it's worse out of the garage than it was before, which that doesn't make sense. I don't understand how that is. But they said, oh, but we checked and we don't see any faults. And of course, as Murphy's Law dictates, when I'm showing them what I mean, it doesn't happen. But as soon as I'm home, you bet it happens. Yes, it's Palkia says Kia. Is it a car? That's the car I have, and I don't know what my dad loves so much about Kia cars, but I'm not sold. I mean, they're not bad cars, but no. Palkia identifies as a Kia now. The car that I had before didn't have all of that technical knick-knack, but couldn't keep that one. Well, I mean, I guess, not blaming my husband, but he got into an accident. Luckily, nothing happened, like he was completely safe and sound. But the car was just not... As in, the amount of money that I would have to invest into the car to get it up and running again was so much, I might as well have... could have bought a new one. Palkia, Kia confirmed. Maybe it's yelling Kia because I have one and I'm not satisfied. Wow, I'm really not a good spokesperson for Kia, I guess. Happens every time I talk about cars during a Palkia hunt because I guess it says Kia. Might as well be a millionaire. Well, yeah, that would be nice. That would definitely solve a lot of my problems. I have, what was the repair again? 4,000 euros? Which, no, absolutely not. I'm actually glad, like, my husband called me and said in a, like, I still remember that day very well. was calling me, and already the tone of his voice was, "Oh no, what happened? Oh, it wasn't an accident." And I thought immediately, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And yeah, it was just the car, and I was like, I don't give a shit about the car. How are you? But that was like a planet-sized rock falling from my heart. But no, wait, you don't really say that, do you? No, I just translated a Luxembourgish idiom one-to-one to English and realized afterwards that you don't really say that in English, but we have an expression, "Es steen als ma vom Herz gefallen," which translates to "a rock fell from my heart" or "off of my heart." That's just an adage retaining to immense relief being felt. And yeah, I'm still happy that nothing happened to him. He was all safe and sound. It was just the car, just scrap damage. Just the car having, like, the whole driver's side was kind of dented in, and yeah, I'm not gonna pay 4,000 euros for repair. And that's when I was, okay, I need a ride though, pretty soon, and my father, being a true Italian, always knows a guy who knows a guy, and he knows someone who has a garage who sells cars and also leases them, and I got a really cheap rate. Like, usually I wouldn't have this cheap of a rate. But yeah, next year it's over, it's finito, I'm not keeping it. Yeah, thank goodness no one was hurt. That's the most important thing. Just take a horse and buggy if you need a ride. Oh, very classic. I don't have a horse though. You know how expensive it is to have a horse? The only people I know who owned horses were upper middle class at least, or maybe lower millionaires, like at least 5 million euros or something. It has 1 horsepower exactly. I mean, sometimes we have, in many European countries, Luxembourg is one of them, sometimes you have police being on horses. I don't know why, but they still do it. Really old school. Back in the days, cars were more expensive than cars. Oh, how the turns have tabled. Wait, cars are more expensive than cars? I mean, it depends on the car, right? Of course, a Lamborghini is completely outside of my pay range. Oh, horses, okay. Yeah, cars, when they first came into the market, were much more expensive than horses, and nowadays having a horse is much more expensive. Because you need the land and everything. You can't just have a horse in a small apartment, right? It's just us two having a convo, apparently. Oh well, I hope you like the chill space music from video games. Alright, and of course it's not shiny. Why would it be? If it is, I'm gonna scream. Wonder what the reason was for the switch. Oh god, I went to a car museum. I should know this fact. I remember that being part of the tour. I think once cars got more affordable and people... I think it was also due to the Industrial Revolution, if I remember correctly. And I mean, a car, you only need to feed a car gasoline and maybe sometimes get the oil changed. Back then, right, they didn't have window wipers. Nothing like that. And I guess at the point where that was cheaper than to have a car, that's where they switched. Bonding time, you call this? Was it because the grass was greener on the other side? Well, in a financial way, yes, I would say. Then again, I would need to check again. Although I should know. I did read up about this. To be fair, I'm not a car artist. Some good Animal Crossing music. I don't know what's so space about that, but... Oh, it's also an underwater and space. Well, yeah, fitting, since Palkia is partially a water type. Which it doesn't look the part. Definitely one of the least water type looking water types out there. Cars get greener now. I don't know about the horses though. Well, okay, for horses you don't need to mine lithium batteries. But yeah, they do poop, which cars don't. And you can't go to the highway or motorway with a horse. They're not quick enough. I'm so glad we don't have flying cars. Kept saying that every single time. Everyone kept saying, oh, we're 2015 back then, and then where's the flying cars? We were lied to. I want my flying cars. We're past the 2000s. I was promised flying cars, but I'm so glad, because if we had flying cars with people the way they're driving right now with normal cars, man, we would have 9/11 every single day, okay, with flying cars. That would be terrifying. I'm so happy that we don't have them. They do crap like lithium batteries. What? Oh my god, we do have flying cars. It's called a chopper. Well, yeah, that's what you usurped my my next sentence, Venmings, because I was about to say, well, technically we do have flying cars. They're just called helicopters, or I guess planes. Although I guess Airbus, like the French plane company, is more adequate. But we have flying vehicles. I hope that I'm never gonna have that, like, flying cars everywhere. That would be so scary. And I'm saying that as someone who loves to drive. I'm actually, like, it is fun for me. Even in a traffic jam, I just put my music on. I mean, I overthink everything already, so driving cars and thinking of everything and looking everywhere, being mindful, that's my base state of my mind already, so it's nothing new for me. Space shuttles, well, I mean, they fly, but they also, most of the time, they're more in free fall, technically, when they're in orbit. It's technically you are in free fall, falling towards Earth, but you're, oh god, I'm drawing a blank. What's the force? A centrifugal force is high enough to cancel out the fall. And that's pretty much a stable orbit in physics. Essentially. Like, dumbed down. And that's why the International Space Station just never falls onto Earth. Or we don't fall into the sun. Which is very convenient if you ask me. That's why we're here. If we would fly or fall into the sun, no more Earth, no more life. Alright, so the conversation's already... So we're from cars to flying cars. Now we're in a physics lesson. Pretty fitting for a god of space shiny hunt. Oh, isn't that the AR menu theme from the 3DS thing? Ad from 2026. Are you tired of being stuck in traffic? Do you hate the long, boring commute to and from work? Well, cry no more. Introducing the tank. No need to be stuck in traffic or have another accident when you are both. Oh wow, that's dark. Especially considering that there were incidents where someone was driving in an actual tank and driving over cars, and I think... Was that in Spain? I need to look that up again. I remember my parents being very shocked at something and they're just watching television, and me, kid, just was checking out the situation, like what the hell is going on. And turns out there was a guy who... Hi there, Sodium. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Hope you slept well. But yeah, there was a guy... I don't even know how he got a hold of a tank. I assume he was in the military already. But he actually just drove over cars willy-nilly, and it turns out I think there was a baby inside of one of them. So yeah, that's something I'm never gonna forget, because my mom was just so disturbed at that. And I just look at the TV and I see someone driving a tank and police, multiple police vehicles surrounding them, and that was crazy. I don't remember where that was though. It's been almost 20 years. I should draw more. Yes, you should draw more. Even a very stupid looking doodle from you is infinitely more worth than anything AI puts out. So yes, please do create more. That's what humans should do. Was it a monster truck? No, it wasn't a monster truck, but it was a tank, like a military tank. Don't ask me the model, I'm not a military artist. That's another thing it could have been. Right, these monster truck shows. I've never been to one. And I actually... Yeah, you know, I want to see one at least once in my life. Draws a shiny Palkia to distract us from the fact that we don't actually have one in front of us. Yeah, maybe. No, he didn't build the tank. It was just like a tank. Like you'd see it in war. Or your games. The pew pew games. Creating is basically a Pokemon god in a sense. What do you mean? God of creation? Creating is something any human can do. But yeah, there are some mystical beliefs that describe it as being divine, a divine process, which me as an atheist, I don't see it as divine in a mystical way. But I wouldn't say no to the divine thing. In a way, it is Tomodachi Collection, game from the same series as Tomodachi Life, but Japanese, and for the DS, with less content. Yeah, I was looking up because I wanted to see how much the latest Tomodachi Life was to the 3DS version, the one that I actually played. And then I realized, wait, there's Tomodachi Collection? And I was like, wait, I've never ever seen that game anywhere on the shelves. So I wonder, is it a Japanese exclusive? You have a copy of it, nice. Or maybe not nice, maybe it's not good. Palkia looks weird, I don't know, yeah, that's... I mean, it's not ugly, but it's definitely a bit... Well, I mean, the phallic jokes aside, which were very present back when I was a kiddo, and Diamond and Pearl, when everyone was making jokes. Haha, look! Palkia looks like a penis! Poor Palkia. Oh, Arceus, you mean? Well, yeah, that's just the capital G god. Not used to drawing Pokemon. Usually draw either cute girls or random politicians for my funny alternate universes. Oh, I don't think you've ever shared any alternate history in universes. I mean, again, I'm not forcing you to. If you don't feel like doing that, then don't. But I gotta say, I am intrigued. Some of them are really good. Especially the left-wing ones. Those... Yeah, might sound biased coming from me, but I just... there's a pattern of leftists when they read history, they reflect on it, they try to see it through multiple lenses, and with right-wingers it just it devolves. At one point it just devolves into this race is better than the other, or this culture is better than the other, or even just full-on blown out mysticism. If you look up Nazi mysticism, you'll find a rabbit hole of weirdness, let me tell you. Like an old Greek myth about a northern city. What was it? Hyperpolis? No, not Hyperpolis. What was it called again? And that is not a shiny. No, no, no. I don't remember the name of... Well, it's like a mystic city of the north from Greek mythology, which then warped. Of course, Nazis being Nazis, being right-wing, they're not very creative, so what do? They appropriate, they take things that already exist, like the swastika, which actually, in its original meaning, was very, very nice, very benevolent, but they, you know, they tilted it and renamed it the Hakenkreuz, the hooked cross, and then they just rolled with it. And they also did other things, like that Greek myth city. There were Nazi cults who believed that there was such a city, or that it was their destiny to build such a city, or even like mixed with the Hollow Earth conspiracy theory. It's a crazy rabbit hole, let me tell you. It just goes deep and deep and deeper and deeper, and you think you've seen everything, and then there's something else even weirder popping up, I swear. It's an interesting rabbit hole, right? But I was thinking of making one, but I'll share it when it's done. Alright, that's fair. And with alternate history people, it's either really well done, or it's just another Nazi who thinks he knows better than fabled historians and thinkers. So it's either really good from my experience, or, well, let's say the opposite of really good. Come on, Palkia. I just want to be done with this and switch over to Pokemon's Shield. But no, we're gonna have Pink Space Dragon, who's already pink, but pinker, I guess. Again, if they made the berry tone looking stripes, whatever those are, if they switch that color with the light pink, I think that would be a really nice shiny. Like, that would be a minimal shiny in terms of not really a palette swap, but still, that small change already changes the look, because it's dark and light pink swapped. That, or I would swap the colors, like shiny Palkia would look like Dialga in terms of colors, and we would have a pink Dialga as a shiny. I think that would also be nice. Must say the Dialga and Palkia shinies are rather disappointing. And then you have Giratina in the trio just having such an amazing shiny. That makes the other two look really lame by comparison. And of course it's not a shiny. Why would it be? 756. The creator doesn't belong to any religion. The creator gave us life, not doctrine. Truth is not owned by any books, temples, or men. Truth is found in alignment with light, in action, intention, and remembrance. You got that from somewhere, no? Seems very familiar, that speech. But yeah, truth is found. It's not bound, truth is found, that's true. Every religion started with someone who remembered, but the moment we turned their message into control, we lost the message. Yeah, that's true. I mean, again, you can believe in any religion that you want, and just not a fan of organized religion, and just in general, I'm not really a fan of believing in something even though you don't have any proof. Which, I guess, if you'd keep it personal or like to yourself, that would be fine. You can pray to whatever god you want and dress a certain way and go to a specific building, sure. If it makes you happy, if it makes you find your community, then I'm not gonna stop you. I just have a problem if, like, for example, a Christian would tell me, oh, you can't eat meat on the Good Friday because that's a sin. Like, okay, you are the Christian. Those rules are for you, not for me. Or a Muslim would say, no, you need to cover your hair up, but I'm not Muslim, so why would I do that? It's like being on a diet and then expecting other people to not eat sweets because you are on a diet. That doesn't make any sense. Not that it really happened. I mean, no Muslim ever said, I need to cover up my hair. I have, however, been scolded by Christians for things that are really not a problem. Oh well. No child is born with religion, they are born with a soul, and this is the true temple. So how would you describe your belief then? I mean, there's certain beliefs, like I know people who are calling themselves deist, which they do believe in a higher power, but it's not really well defined. It's not really Christianity or Judaism or any other religion where you believe in a higher power. Alright, again, not a shiny. I am not surprised. But yeah, people are actually born atheists. When I said that once, I upset some Christians, but I mean, if you really think about it, well, maybe not atheists in the term, like they're not really born religious. That would be my argument, because they don't have the cognition that you need in order to even understand what the hell that is. Like, they've been born, they've literally, the consciousness is now there. They came from an eternal void and now they're conscious, now they're here. Gotta cut them some slack, those little babies. The sun doesn't ask for worship, it just shines, yeah? You saw a post, someone posted online, oh okay. Couple seconds ago, and you thought that was so neat, you posted it here. Can't say anything about this because I don't know anything about it, so I leave other people to their own judgment. Oh, thank you, Venmings, because I hate it. I really hate it when people say something, especially when they're judgmental about something, and then turns out they don't know anything about it. That is just say, I don't know enough about this. That's actually very mature and adult. And I have so much more respect for you as a person if you say, hey, I don't really have an informed opinion of this. Because that shows that you are able to look inside yourself, assert your level of knowledge. You know, have some kind of emotional maturity at least that you need to be able to say that. And it's sad that a lot of people are incapable of doing that. With children, okay, they're not done growing still. They're still works in progress, right? So I'm okay with kids, even though it could be annoying, but it's a kid. But with adults, nah man. What's your excuse? Hey there, Jonas Sales 99. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Although I think What If the Axis won World War II is kind of boring. I've read some really good leftist analysis of What If the Axis won. And there were a couple of scenarios where, of course, fascism is not stable. It will ruin itself at one point. So even if they won World War II, they would have destroyed themselves at one point. Just, it's inevitable. Fascism has a 100% rate of failing. Or extreme authoritarianism. There is no civilization running that model that did not fail. There just isn't. To be fair, we haven't had a civilization that never fell. And I don't think, like, the modern one, people would say, but we didn't fall. Well, I don't know. Maybe not directly, but in certain ways we're not destroying the planet, but we're not making it exactly easy for life to carry on if we continue like this. And it's all for number go up. I don't know. For me, that's at least ideologically, we are so much in the shitter. And that's a fall for me, but some people would disagree with me, which is, yeah, that's fine. I still believe he would have been captured regardless. As to his fate, I wouldn't know. Yeah, you know, the shooting thing, he should have done that a bit earlier, but oh well. Yeah, there's multiple. I mean, it's the what if the Axis powers one is the quintessential alternate universe, alt politics, alt history thing. But it's been done to death. It's kind of like jump and runs in the 90s. Like, everyone was doing that. So, it's not really that interesting to read anymore. But I do remember reading some really interesting projections. Hello, Jason. I just stumbled on your name. I don't know why. Hello, Jason Harris. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Conversations are going from cars to flying cars to... what was the other thing again? Now we're back to politics, which always happens. I wonder if I'll summon Kaiser Kamazin this way. I hope you're doing good. Saw the pictures from Hawaii. That's really nice. Again, that's a place I want to visit one day, but again, the locals aren't really happy about the tourism. And, well, it's outside of my budget now. And horses, yes, we talked about horses too. And I mentioned that there are still some police out there, sometimes in Luxembourg and other European countries, where they're out on horses. And you definitely see that when you suddenly see giant droppings on the streets, then you know, oh, well, they're out with the horses again. What is this music from? I think Oh, it's the chill... Right, Animal Crossing New Horizons has chill wave. I completely forgot about that. Doing great, haven't had hot dogs in a while, but they are quite cheap, so I'm trying them again. Not bad. I've never really had a... Maybe it's just princessy European me, but... I've never had a hot dog that I liked. The meat was always cheap. But then again, I've had really... nice steaks and other stuff, so maybe it's the Italian pizza effect at it again, you know. Once you taste true, excuse me, true authentic pizza in Italy, then every other pizza in comparison just is meh. Also sounds like we are talking about Bucky versus Captain America. Oh, I know nothing about that. Like, literally, I just know that they're comic heroes and they exist, but ask me lore, nah, no idea. Nope. Only hot dogs, I see other ones in my neighbor's windows barking at me as I go by. Yeah, dogs. Yeah, I like I mean... Well, okay, maybe I should throw a bit of shade here live into the wide world, but the one neighbor of my parents, as in like a cross neighbor, she has a couple of dogs, and they are really not well trained, if they are trained at all, and they barked at everything, like every single thing, and then you would just hear them go whoa 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 every single day and night, even late into the night. And you know, we have a boomer neighborhood, so a lot of old people who say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't do that. Which, I mean, I get it. At that point, I mean, I love dogs too, but come on, if they're barking all the time at everything that freaking moves, like, come on. And she just said, oh, you can't force me to do that. And then I found out that multiple people in the neighborhood actually tried to do like a class action lawsuit. Or they warned that they would do it, and now suddenly she could change something. I mean, the dorks still bark. No, the dogs, the doggies, they still bark, but not through the night or something like it was before. That was really annoying. Be right back, gonna get a drink, something called coffee. I've never heard of that. What is that? My new dog literally barks at things it can't chew on. New doggo. Dogs are better than roosters, to be honest. Yeah, I guess. I mean, on my plate, I'd rather have a rooster. What the hell? Why can't I speak properly today? But I don't want to be woken up by a dog going in like at 5 AM in the morning, though. I'm not a fan of that. Currently having a heyday in the backyard at the moment. He's quite something. It sounds like the neighbors went inside, not grilling outside anymore. Is it? Oh, okay, it's 13 degrees. I guess that's cold for them. A-holes say we are eating them. Top. What is top? I mean, the dog eating thing. Yeah, there are cultures who eat them, and I'm having a problem how, like, if I am of the opinion that if you eat an animal, at least give it a good life. And I don't think these dogs on these meat markets are having a good life, so that's my objection. I would myself never eat a dog because strict carnivore meat is not really good, right? It's not that healthy. It's usually very gainy. And I don't know, a dog is more like a friend. Well, technically you can have a chicken friend or a pet. And a pig too. Funny in a way that we eat pigs, and pigs are much more intelligent than dogs, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's a cultural thing. I would never eat a cat either. I don't even understand why, like, cats and dogs, because with pigs, okay, they're not really healthy, the meat isn't healthy, but I mean, what are you getting for them? Like, the animals, like, cats aren't bred to be very chunky, so you have a lot of meat, and have you seen fully grown pigs? And I mean a cow, that's a lot of meat that you get per animal. Don't chickens grow fast anyway? Yeah, I think chickens grow really fast. Weren't they bred this way for over thousands of years to grow thicker even faster? Seen a fried cat on a telephone pole earlier this year. Wait, what do you mean a fried cat on a telephone pole? Huh? Huh? What the hell did I just read? As in telephone pole, as in high voltage pole, and they got fried because of that? Which is, oh no, poor kitty cat. Very small. Very smelly oh, not very small. Very smelly smelled like a electricity or something. I don't know how to describe. Oh no. Oh. So it was what I just laid out. Oh. Well, that's sad, Venmings. I'd rather talk about something more cheerful. The cat climbed. Oh, okay. I see where this is. Yeah, okay. Jeez. Yeah, I've had the misfortune of, what I smelled a electrocuted mouse or rat, some kind of rodent, and that was, that's like a whole kind of different smell. It almost does smell like someone fried something, but without the oil. And it smells burned, singed, but not entirely burned. It's really weird, but I don't really want to smell that again. And I can imagine with a small mouse, like a small rat or rodent. It's not gonna be that smelly, but a cat? Oh, that poor kitty cat. Man, for things like that, I wish there was actually a heaven, right? I don't believe in one, but man, I wish there was salvation for these poor millions of innocent animals that just get born into this world and then just go back into the dark void of nothing and had a very short, painful life that just... I know I'm completely powerless of doing anything, but that's something that sometimes keeps me up at night, not gonna lie. And I've tried to, well, not ignore it, but just kind of say to myself in reaffirming claims like, I am empathetic, but I cannot change this. It's okay to acknowledge it, but I cannot change it. I shall not ruminate. Just something I learned in therapy, but it's kind of hard. Now, we're talking some really dark stuff now, no? I have to deal with dead mice and rats at work all the time. Because my snake likes to leave it for me to find. Oh, I see. I forgot, the snake you have, it's a constriction snake, right? It's a constrictor snake. Because I used to have a friend who had a... I think it was a ball python? A smaller python, not the larger one. Although I'm not entirely sure, I'm not a snake expert, but it was definitely a constrictor snake. And she said that if she doesn't eat the prey that the snake just crushed, you're gonna have a smell you never want to smell, and I believe her. Hypomelanistic corn snake. Oh right, you have a corn snake. I do remember you showing me pictures. And a black rat snake. Don't know what that is. There's so many snakes out there. There's even critters that look like snakes, but they're not snakes, but they definitely look like them. Yeah, nature's funny. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, that's from Fossil Fighters. I was about to say. Snakes are cute. Yeah, I actually do think snakes are cute. I do get some weird looks when I say it, but just because it's not a little doggy doesn't mean it's not cute. Imagine if I owned a Titan or boa, or I mean those extinct ones. Have you seen the diagrams? Oh my god, those are terrifying beasts. I'm so glad that they're not around anymore. Even though it's a really cool animal, but man, we would be Titan or boa snacks if they still existed today. Because they ate huge prehistoric crocodiles, okay? And everything was much larger a couple of million years ago, due to there also being much more dissolved oxygen in the atmosphere. You used to have much more oxygen in the air. That's why at one point, before the dinosaurs roamed the earth, that's why the insects were so large. If you ever heard or seen it in a book or a museum about dragonflies with 2 meter, what was it, wingspan of 1 meter or 2 meters, something like that, and beetle-like bugs just as large as a bus, yeah, that was that era. What would I feed it? An elephant? Maybe 3? I gotta look that up. How large did Titanoboas get? I know it was around a time where everything was huge. Oh lord. 13 to 15 meters in length? Wow. That is scary. Just go to Florida, the mosquitoes are like 3 feet long. Oh my god, no thank you. Are those mosquitoes though, or are they how they're sometimes called daddy longlegs or crane flies? Because those very often they get mixed up, and crane flies are actually, I mean, they look disgusting, but they are harmless and they don't drink your blood. I can imagine though that Florida mosquitoes, I don't know what it is about Florida making everything just insane or extreme. You're overexcited, okay, because like 3 feet. I think mosquitoes were always small, if I'm not mistaken. And these bastards have also existed for so long. Man, imagine 3 feet mosquitoes, that would be terrifying. And no. Nope, nope, nope. And we're at 772. So we're doing progress, but again, slow, a snail's pace. Oh, oops. Well, I need to clean my desk again. So yeah, I hope that we at least get 100 resets. Which I got a little bit more than that last time. Come on, game. Don't taunt me like this, just give me something. Got plans this weekend? Yes, I did. Or I do have plans. On Friday I initially wanted to do the stream, but I got invited to a real-life friend's birthday. Shinigami Riko's birthday is... Well, technically it's tomorrow, but he can't celebrate on that day. So we're gonna do it on Friday. And then on the 2nd of May, I'm gonna see and go to a convention. And then for Sunday, working on videos. That's pretty much a plan. I don't know if I can get them out before the 20th of May, but I'll see what I can do. I didn't actually think I'd be this busy after the convention. But yeah, bureaucracy, man, do not underestimate it. But everything needs to be done picobello, as the Italians say, because can't really mess things up with making a company. Especially tax-wise, everything needs to be very strict, very much obeying the rules. And that's why we're checking everything a bajillion times before we send it off. To be fair, it's much better than it used to be, because back then I talked to some people who opened a company 20 years ago or 35 years ago, around that. And they said they needed to go to a certain place, actually like being physically present. And now you can pretty much scan documents. Scan your own signature, you can yeah, you can scan your passport and everything and give it to the government over a website, and that works. So that's actually good. Hey there, Ahmed, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good today. I hope you are also doing good today. Alright. Let's see. Come on, Palkia. Be pink! Pinkia. I guess I can call you that once I get you. It's a stupid nickname, but it just came to me like an angel delivering an important message. But instead of an important message, I get a stupid name. Pinkia. I think I'm gonna go with that. Very stupid, but... oh well, in a way this is a stupid hunt. Well, not stupid, but just... mash A, wait through loading times, and hope that it's pinker. And if it's not, you just reset. Today I was writing a poem about a legend who had sex with 1,000 women in one day. Okay, I mean, if you'd say that's a legend, okay. Damn, that must be exhausting. Wasn't there a woman who did the same thing and she got shamed? Well, when a man does it, he's suddenly a legend. Like, I don't see the... that's a double standard I'll never understand. But okay, I didn't think you would write a poem about that, seeing as you seem to be more... Or well, I mean... Sometimes I'm not sure if you're trolling or if you're 100% serious. A legend because it's not true? Oh, that's what you mean. I don't know if it's true. Like, I can check and I won't check. How do you check that? Does someone just sit there and look at you bang 1,000 people and just count it? Like, I'm counting the resets here on the clicker. Like, okay, bang that one, next one, next one. At one point you need a break, right? It is physical work, right? There's a lot of sex at one point, someone isn't finished. Yeah. Something tells me the women aren't leaving as satisfied as the guy does, or maybe, I don't know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but makes me think he just goes in and out one woman for 2 seconds, and that counts as having sex with one woman, and then the next one. Which, I hope the women don't have, or the guy doesn't have anything, like, no STDs, because that would be a mass spreader event. I've heard rumors about sex Olympiads, but I don't know if that's true or if that's something 12-year-olds say in high school to feel cool. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised with, given how humans are, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually exists. I like this music, this is cool. Oh, it's actually from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5DS Stardust Accelerator Dual Music 3? Huh. So you didn't actually write a poem then? Oh, for a second I thought that was a shiny. Why did I think that? Are my eyes deceiving me? Is my brain hallucinating? Is my mind giving up? It's physically impossible for a man to have sex 1,000 times in one day. By 25 sex, the man cock is already oh, okay. I don't know. I never asked myself that question. What the hell are we talking about again? Hey there, Professor Apem. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I'm doing good. I hope you're also doing good. Have you tried Pokémon Champions yet? No, I have not. I have not. Do you have it? Are you enjoying it? By the way, that only comes out to 1.4 minutes per women. I mean, yeah, if you... interesting convo here, guys. But if you look like 24 hours, okay. 1,000 women or partners. 1.4 minutes, yeah. I guess it's mathematically or theoretically it's doable. Wrote a poem. The joke is that it's funny and I laughed so hard as I was writing. It's just, yeah. It's one of these things, I don't know if they're true. People just said that back then in high school that someone did that. Seems, I don't know, I get funny pictures in my head of someone just with a stopwatch just sitting there. Just no, it's not the cock chair, it's the referee chair, I guess. Oh god, can we talk about something else maybe? What are we talking about again? The weirdest things, always. Started with a few bucks, but it's good. You can get mons easily by recruiting them and training them. It's way easier than in other games. It's similar to Pokemon Showdown, but official. Yeah, I mean, that's what they were going for, no? A Showdown alternative. enough time to go in and out and say next, which I guess is technically correct to call it. Yeah, that's what my argument was, essentially. Just one in and out, and then technically that's having sex, and then next one. Yeah, zero satisfaction. It's not really... Oh well. And then, like, what do you do with that title? I just hope the people were, like, screened for any potential diseases. I'm sitting here just pondering about this while I'm like the kind of person who finds the thought of copulating with a stranger to be not saying it's wrong morally speaking. I'm not gonna give you like a Puritan speech. No worries. You do whatever you want to do. If it's consensual, then it's none of my business, and it's to adults. But I personally find that repulsive. For me. Appreciate in Champions how easy it is to switch natures and assign moves that are only egg moves. Oh, that sounds actually very good. All I've seen from Champions is from I'm a Blissy's channel because he streamed it. But you can get it physically, right? It's not just a download game. Because I have not seen it on shelves anywhere. At least where I live. And I did check and I haven't seen it. And there's a spider slowly crawling up the wall. How are you doing, spider? Oh, you seem to be a male. Be careful, there's a female somewhere. Or maybe that's where you want to go. Spring feelings, after all. Appreciate in Champions... Oh, right, I read that already. My mistake. My bad. Brain? We got a brain, though. Still got a good while left to stream. Also got lucky because I had internet problems today, and they were only in the mornings and in the afternoon, and not now. Hopefully it stays that way. Who wants to hear my poem? It's so beautiful. Alright, sure did. What's the poem then? You hyped us up with it. It better be funny though, Amit. It's an interesting poem, I swear I can't speak tonight. It's an interesting poem choice, that's what I wanted to say. And it's probably not shiny. No, of course not. Why would it be? That would be a bit too nice. What was it again? What I was hunting in Shield? I think it was Magby. And I would have to see how many eggs I've hatched. I wonder what that poem is gonna be like. Okay, that music is kind of funny. Kind of all over the place. Almost like the composer didn't know what melody to go with. Alright. And it's not shiny, of course not. Ugh, 780. I wonder if you do hear the click, but I assume you do. It's very satisfying counting the hunts with a clicker like that. I know most streamers have like a number on stream. But I like the clicking motion. I like the motion, how it feels, the sound. Okay, now it's like another different, like another vibe entirely. Well, not entirely, but Interesting music there. Where is that from? Wii Ski and Snowboard soundtrack. Oh, I barely play. Is it the, well, it says Wii as in W-E, not W-I-I, so don't think I played that. Come on, game, load faster. Ram ram. Pedal to the metal. Was a cold night when his quest began. 1,000 wenches and one lustful man. His cock grew, but his pain began. But by 10 maidens, his cock said no. Okay, that's not really. Really? That's your poem? Is that really what happened? He said nope after 10 people? Why would you even do... Why would you bang 1,000 girls? I don't know. What a conversation topic we have. Is that the poem? Or is there more to it? Interesting, yeah. I don't know what to say to this. It's not real, okay. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it were real, seeing how horny humans are in general. I guess it's just like a... sorry about that. Yeah, I guess it's just a rumor that just doesn't want to die. Yeah, lately I've been really used to going to bed early and getting up early. And the getting up early part is actually still a bit ingrained. I woke up at 8 AM something, 8 something, which is unusual. I'm usually much more of a sleepyhead. But I guess my productivity streak in my personal life got that flame burning. And getting up early and going to bed early is just unfortunately more advantageous in this world. Even though, and I've talked about this before, but isn't it unfair how the whole system, well, okay, the whole system is unfair in so many aspects, but it's also unfair that we are just disrespecting 2 other chronotypes, and we're doing this in favor of one specific chronotype, which are the early birds, early to rise, early to go to bed. But there's 2 others. There's like the afternoon person, which I would be that kind of chronotype, and the night owl. And I just wonder, like, why do all desk jobs have to go 9 to 5? Why there's not some that work later, but they also come in later, and I know, similar models. It's unfair, I think. Couldn't sleep because I kept thinking about what if someone did it, so I wrote a poem. Okay, Amit. Again, I have no idea. I don't even know when or where that would have happened, if it did happen. Say good old KK Slider classic. Although the drum and yeah, the drum part, okay, but there's not really bass. The bass part is a bit lacking there, KK Slider. I'm a bass connoisseur, I know what I'm talking about. If it doesn't destroy my car speakers, then is it really bass? Nah, I'm kidding with that, obviously. But yeah, that did happen with the old car my husband got in an accident with. I mean, again, he is completely safe and sound. Luckily, it was just a car. But there was one track that I was playing, a hardstyle track, and at one point my left forward speaker just went ping, and then it never worked the same again. So thank you, Wild Styles, for destroying my first car's left speaker. I appreciate it. I mean, the bass was really nice, but that was a bit too much for that car, I guess. I myself don't know, I just wanted to entertain the thought. So you didn't write anything about with your characters and your worlds? I mean, I guess making random poems, that's also creative. 786. Oh, I was about to say, wait, I know this track. Oh, it's profile settings from the Wii U, from the Miiverse. Some people would say this is Frutiga Aero as well. Even though I don't know if Frutiga Aero is a music style, I would say it's more of a visual style. A style I like, I might add. In fact, we're using that early 2000s, late 90s style for the company that we're making. Like, just in general, the style. I think it has a resurgence. A lot of people are missing it online. They want to see that kind of style, that optimistic future, that promised future, that hopeful depiction of a better world. They want to see that again. Because that really was how it was back then, in the late 90s, early 2000s. You saw so much Frutiga Aero everywhere. Corporate was like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be great. And then suddenly at one point it just, like, nah. Just got very sterilized. I wrote more characters and stories. I was mostly trying to complete the older characters who are not complete or didn't get enough character development. Oh, that's also an important aspect of writing. Cleaning up a little bit, or going through old stuff and changing a couple of things, because that's something that you need to kind of do multiple times. It's kind of like hair, you can't just let it grow like, I don't know, like a plant and just not tend to it. Or like a weed, rather. You have to comb it once in a while, you have to wash it, maybe style it. And stories are kind of like that. At least I think it is. It's good writing advice, in my opinion, if you say it's kind of see it like hair, as in you let it grow, but you kind of need to go through it, comb through it, and check split ends, as in not so good writing, or maybe write a character that just warps the setting too much, or well, a bad written character. Sometimes you need to cut that out, and yeah, it's just like with hair. Sometimes you're like, no, I don't want to cut 3 centimeters, but you just have to, because if you keep the hair damaged, it will just split up even more. And that's how I approach my character writing and also my world building. I just go through, like mentally go through it again. And I try to do that like at different times, be it while I'm drinking my coffee in the morning and I'm barely there in the head, but also when in the afternoon or after lunch and in the evening, just to see like different mindsets, different, when you're feeling a little bit different, that's a good sign to revisit your setting and comb through it a little bit. Just read it. You don't need to change anything. Maybe you just read it and you say, no, it's all fine, and you change something at a later point. I'm making so many characters, but some flat out didn't get any investment or time. Yeah, that's another problem that you can run into pretty fast. Just making too many characters, and then There's some characters that are really fleshed out, and others are like a side thought at best, and you know, you need to get that that balance. It's a very, very thin line of balance. Figured it's best if I make a story with few well-written characters over 1,000 crappy characters and one good yeah, exactly. Definitely quality over quantity. I mean, to be fair, you can have a setting with a lot of characters, but that's hard to juggle. It's kind of like juggling balls, actually. Can you handle 100 balls juggling? I don't think so, right? That's pretty hard. I mean, theoretically, maybe. Okay, actually, I don't think you can do that, but it's a stupid... it's a analogy, okay? Don't take it too one-to-one. Or maybe what I always do is try, if I have too many characters and I have other characters, they need to have some kind of... Maybe... I always try to see if I can put them in the past of another character, or intermingle the past of multiple characters, and see if that works. That usually helps. But yeah, I'm not really... I'm more of a world-building person. My husband is more the character writer. Some men can handle 2 balls, let alone multiple, lol, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. Bonk, go to horny jail. What the hell is that on my microphone? Sorry if you hear the microphone going thum. Okay. Is that coming off? What the hell is that? But what the f... Off, oh my god. Ew. That smelled so freaking artificial. Oh, why is it doing that now? All of a sudden. It's kind of out of nowhere. I've had this since the old YouTube days even. Like, I have this microphone for 12 years, I think. And now it's doing that. Enough sex jokes, I'll be more sane again. Oh god, that stings. Shouldn't have removed that, what was I thinking? And now I smell whatever the hell that is. It's a Blue Yeti microphone, in case you're wondering. Like at the socket. Blech. And now it smells, and kind of smells like plastic, although it's not really a plastic smell. It's really hard to explain. But it's one of these smells where you instantly can tell they're very artificial. And my nose is just going, ugh, do I need to breathe that in? Duh, okay, well, I'll deal with this later. Is that not, 9 AM Cherry Blossom Animal Crossing? Oh, it's the original N64 version. Or no, sorry, N64 DD version. Ew, I know that thing. Okay, I think I'll get that checked. Man, don't make me buy a new microphone again. Oh man, why is everything costing so much money? To be fair, I was thinking of getting a new one because this one has the annoying beep in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's always there. Especially when there's no music. Wait, hang on, let me pause the music and not speak. Maybe you can hear it. Can you hear it? Because, yeah, it is kind of driving me insane, but it's not really... I mean, I suppose I have the money, but... really, a microphone now? Hey there, Grogu. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Wanted to thank you for Ruby and Sapphire shiny RNG manipulation videos. It was very helpful. Oh, that's why your name seems familiar. Well, you're very welcome, and I'm very glad that I could help you. I'm always happy when I hear comments like these saying thank you, it helped me. I was just talking about my microphone. The coat is coming off, like the coating. And I wasn't even aware that it was coated. I thought that was just the metal, but I guess not. And I made the mistake of scratching some of it off just to check what it is, and now it smells really bleh. Hey there, Fabled Phantom. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Oh boy, here we go, another pun. You know, I used to be a banker, but I lost interest. Oh! Okay, that one's not actually too bad. Hope you're doing good. Alright, 796 now. Oh, I swear I'm thinking of opening up a window. I think I'm gonna do that. I swear that smells so artificial, like kind of like plastic, but not entirely. And well, I know there's people out there who love the smell of plastic, but yeah, as a kid I used to love it, but now no. Don't even know why I liked it. There's also people who love the smell of gasoline. They just smell, they stick their nose really close to the source when they're filling up the car, and they just sniff it. It's just bleh, but oh well. I don't think that's really that healthy. I can still, like, it doesn't escape my nose. Even with the window open. God, I think I'm just gonna have to leave the window open for the whole night. Because I don't want my office to smell like this. Alright, let's see. If it's a shiny, probably not. No. Card collection is going nicely now. Oh, that's really good to hear. Managed to swipe a Team Magma's Groudon X card, which is fairly expensive, but beautiful. Hence got Japanese version of it since it's much cheaper. Yeah, I assume that Japanese versions are cheaper since they get printed more, right? So when there's a high demand, at least there's a like they can actually have it. You gotta see how that card looks like. Groudon EX, you say? Are there multiple generations of Groudon EX cards? God, the smell is bleh. This is what makes the hunt hard. Not it actually requiring some really good hand-eye coordination or anything, no. Just smelling this pseudo-plastic, whatever it is. Bleh. Man, why did I scratch that off? What was I thinking? Thinking of actually, after the stream, thinking of getting some paper towels and trying to salvage this. And one of these pieces kind of, it's not wet, but it's kind of like, what the hell is this? I don't know if it's coming off. I do know some plastic objects, when you don't store them properly, they can at one point just get, like, the plastic breaks down and it gets really sticky. Have you ever had that? It's really disgusting. It's kind of like that, so... is only the one card that Team Magma's Groudon EX has Groudon along with the 2 admins next to it from ORAS along with their ace Pokemon. Ah, okay, that explains why I'm on my phone looking it up and I only see one artwork. And this is reset number 800, so let's see what's good. Let's see if it's shiny, hopefully, and it's not, of course not. Alright, 801 then. Please, Lord Arceus above, don't let me go into the thousands. I want this thing done. Then I can also finally finish the streaming series where I play through Shining Pearl, which makes me wish I'd be playing the original Pearl, but well. Back from the shower? Oh, that's why you weren't active in chat. Who missed me? Well, guys, who missed him? Have a fun story, sarcasm noted. Alright. Yesterday my mouse for my computer was randomly greasy, but I couldn't find the source. Opened it up and the battery acid all over, quite nasty and scary. Oh, I had that happen to a phone once. Back then when we didn't have those iPhones, we had clamshell phones. Like those, well, I don't want to say foldable, but you could, you know, open them up and close them again. And I had that Motorola Razr, the one, everyone wanted that one. I mean, I didn't get it new, it was the second-hand phone from my parents, but hey, I was happy. And then I actually got another same model but in pink from someone not directly related to me, but let's say family. And she's known for not really taking that good care of her things. And for some reason, like, I was literally in a call and then suddenly the call got stopped and I was like, wait, hello? And then a disgusting smell, like a really nasty smell came out, and I just noticed something dripping out of the phone and I just dropped the phone, like it was, what was that? And which just turns out the battery was swelling up and leaking battery acid, and I am still so surprised that that phone is still, like, it worked afterwards. I just had to replace the battery and then it worked. So that was weird. Hey there, Kaiser Karmazin. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? The other day someone managed to find a few boxes at my local Walmart. Was on a budget, so I took one and I hid it under hardware ill shelf. Most random place to hide from scalpers. Well, that's pretty creative, I gotta say. Didn't realize AA batteries did that in household items. I mean, they can, they shouldn't, right? But they can. Jonna and others. Doing well. I've had a physics lab practical in an hour. And when I'm done, I'm done with physics labs for— oh, nice. I mean, if you don't like physics labs, then that's a good thing. And I wish you the best of luck for that. But I'm sure you'll do it. I know. I believe in you, Kaiser Kamazin. Oh god, that smell is pretty rough though, not gonna lie. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it looked like there was paint coming off, and stupid me just scratched at it to see what it is, and now like it smells really like artificial plastic thing. It's bleh. I have it in like, of course you have the microphone in front of you. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I'm smelling right now, and I hate it. But I don't want to cancel the stream because of that or stop it. No. I'm gonna inhale toxic fumes for my viewer. Well, okay, it's not toxic fumes, but it's definitely not healthy fumes either. It's definitely not a nice smell. That's crazy with the phone. I still don't understand how the phone still works. I still have it, right? It still works. You were more of a Shem guy yourself, I see. Any candles? Ah, I do have some candles, but should I burn a candle now to mask the smell? I don't know. Smell some coffee beans. Oh, that's a good idea, although because it's from the microphone, the smell is emanating from the microphone. Am I not just gonna smell that again? Although I guess I could try that. I don't have coffee beans. The only coffee thing that I have, I guess it comes close enough, is grinded coffee beans. That's how we do coffee. I low-key hate physics. I love the professor, but the material sucks. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, the math is pretty out there, I gotta say. It's pretty rough. Would that be considered chemical warfare? No, it's just, no. Things being produced rather cheaply, and I guess after 12 years of being used, the microphone is finally falling apart. I don't know. I mean, the beep thing is still kind of annoying me, but apparently that's a cable issue. And I thought because it's a cable issue, I could still maybe fix it by buying another cable, but now, I don't know. I don't want to smell this like every single day. I'm actually thinking of... I have my windows open now. I'm actually thinking of, after the stream, putting the microphone close to the window. Because I don't want my office smelling like this. It's really nasty. It's like really chemical. It's like plastic. Like fresh plastic out of the factory. You know that smell? Kind of like that. Or like organic chemistry. Funny because a lot of physics nerds I know don't like organic chemistry, so it's flipped. I thought the beeping was the smoke alarm. No, it's not like a beeping, it's like a continuous beep. My smoke alarm, I don't know what kind of other beeping that you've heard, but my smoke alarm is definitely, like, the battery is updated. It wouldn't... I would go crazy with the smoke alarm, like doing that beep, beep. That very high-pitched thing to tell you that they're out of battery or almost out of battery. And I wouldn't even risk that, like, to be fair, I'm renting, but as soon as that battery beeps, I'm gonna call my landlady and tell them, please send someone over to replace the battery. I'm not allowed to do that myself, because it's not my place, I'm renting. Shell shock? That's something else. What's wild is people have started scalping Nidos, which are kids' toy that's a squishy. Yeah, I've heard about the Nido thing. Like, what is wrong with scalpers? Why do they have to ruin everything? We're now, not only housing is very annoying, but, like, children's toys? Are we for real? Your squishy stress ball, yeah, I've seen them. Crowds of 50-year-olds and whatnot emptying the shelves for it. Yeah, it's just... I'll never understand scalpers. Organic chemistry is very memorization based, and it seems that most people I know who are in physics are bad at me. Yeah, actually, now that you're mentioning it, I think there's a link to that. Yeah, absolutely. Physicists are more like mathematicians. I understand the procedure, and now I can derive it by myself. And they tend to not really be fans of memorization. No, that's not a shiny Palkia, and stinky microphone. Bleh. Oh god, it's kind of stinking up the place. I wonder if I... Sorry about the noises, about the boom. Okay. If I cover it up with paper or towel... That works. It's really one side of the base of the stand that's like where the silver thing is coming off. I don't know what it is. I don't want to touch it anymore. It was already stupid of me to try scratch it off to see what it is. Because now that stinks. I hope this will help a bit. I gotta see where my room spray is. I haven't used that one in in ages. Does it still work even? I call shiny in the next 20 encounters. Oh, let's see if you're right, Venmings. Organic chemistry comes relatively easy to me. I can understand a lot of mechanisms based solely on common sense, and I'm not bad at memorizing the reagents. Yeah, a lot of it is common sense. If you already have a strong chemistry base, then biologic or organic chemistry, I guess, comes a bit more naturally to you. There's recently been news of scalpers getting in a fight while waiting 5 AM in line outside the store and shot the other of a yeah, I've heard of it. I've seen the I've seen Charlie's video. I've seen Penguin's Zero's video about it. Someone died because of freaking Pokemon cards. I mean, I don't think it's the first time, right, where that happened. Oh, you don't like calculus? Well, I can't really say I blame you. Calculus is something that is just so abstract, and if you're trying to be a medical doctor, I doubt you're really gonna need it. Organic chemistry is very different from other chemistry courses I've taken. Almost no math, very memorization based rather than understanding what equations to use and where. Huh, okay. Maybe it's a bit different in the US, but the people I know who had organic chemistry, it was like chemistry, but okay, to be fair, there was much less math, that's true, from what I've seen. But I'm happy that you're liking organic chemistry, which is something super important if you want to go into the medical field. I mean, pharmacodynamics is essentially organic chemistry at its heart, at its core. Gotcha, well, your next class is biochem, right? Should be fun. That's a weird thing in at least in many European universities, biochem and organic chemistry are almost always the same thing. Or they're very close to each other in, like, how the course is built. Now, whenever there's a Pokemon restock, many decent stores keep police off. Imagine having police officers there to guard freaking cards. Paper cards. On guard. For security, if not for the public, then at least for the kids who only buy for the love of the... Yeah, this is so sad. Oh, I'm sorry, that... Blech. I mean, the paper towel is kind of helping, but... Ugh. God, this is disgusting. Should correct myself, I like calculus, but only the basics of it. Once we start getting into using sine and cosine functions to find derivatives in calculus 2, that was not fun. So many people are saying that, and I do understand them. Yeah, sinus and cosinus and all of these in calculus. Oof. You think in trigonometry, oh, that makes so much sense. I'm always gonna understand sinus and cosinus, and then you get to calculus 2, and then you get slapped across the face with functions. Like, you learn that some functions are very easy to derive and others, oof, not so much. Okay, your university allows you to take organic chemistry before oh, okay. I think in Europe they would be pretty much the same course. Yeah, I'm not into Kia's Palkia, but you do you. And this is another non-shiny, and we're now at 840. Now I forgot when Venming said, "Oh, we're gonna get a shiny within 20 resets," but I don't think. I think that was 810. I think. That's a guess now. So I'm really hoping that you're right, Venmings. I really am. God. I wonder if you ever have the technology where, I mean, we can share sight, right? You are seeing what I am seeing on my screen. You're seeing what I'm playing. You're hearing me, so I can transfer sounds too. But we don't really have anything to transfer sense or taste over the internet. Which maybe is a good thing, but man, you wouldn't want to smell this, I swear. No, you don't remember either, yeah. Well, let's see. I definitely hope I'll get it soon. I didn't love biochemistry, but blamed that largely on my professor. Having ADHD and being forced to sit through an hour and 30-minute lecture of just a guy with... Oh, yeah. I mean, that's hard for even people with not... like, without ADHD. And a really bad professor can definitely ruin, so to speak, a specific course. Absolutely. That's why I thought I hated C++, because the professor that I had... I mean, he wasn't a bad professor, and I'm sure he's really good at what he's doing, but his voice, he was always mumbling, and he had an accent, and he was always talking like this, and it was the first, you know, the first lesson in the morning, at 8 o'clock. And he kept talking like this. And I didn't want to be an idiot and said, "Oh, what? Huh? Could you repeat that, please?" And then you were half asleep. I swear that guy could, like, make a ASMR podcast. I think that would be... Some people just... They hold presentations, but they do it just... Like, are you trying to make them fall asleep? Talking about overly complex mechanisms that he barely explains, it's not fun. No, absolutely not. If I could transfer over my backyard smell right now, you would love it. It's currently light raining. Oh yeah, the smell of rain. That has a very specific word. Like there's a name for that, I forgot. But I do remember that. I do like the smell of rain. Isn't it technically the smell of the earth or the environment that you're in? Because of it being more humid, and the more humid the air is, the better you can smell it. Didn't help that my university changed a professor teaching the course halfway through the semester. Oh man. I hate it when that happened, because that's just... Especially when the professors have a vastly different style in teaching. That just is so confusing. Went from a professor with a monotone voice to someone with a very thick accent. I don't know if you prefer the monotone voice or the accent, but I think I would pick the accent. Because accents at one to understand them better. Except if it's maybe a Highland Scottish person who speaks in a really strong... But even then, I think... Okay, I'm disinfecting my hands because my hands are smelling like that thing. Blech. My backyard is literally a forest. Oh, I love the forest smell when it rains. Really nice. Oh, what's the word for it again? It has a name, I swear. It does. Okay, let's look it up. Smell of rain. I think my mind is going crazy because my brain is like, wait, isn't that a shiny? Petrichor, that's what it is. I know I was not crazy about seeing a name, like a word for that. Neither professor taught the class well. They were both clearly researchers, not teachers. Yeah, I think that's maybe one of the most common problems in universities. That a lot of the teachers or professors, I mean, they are definitely experts in their field, right? Or they're very talented people, but just because you're a very good researcher doesn't necessarily mean that you can convey that information didactically to an audience. Some people just aren't born to be teachers, and that's fine. I don't know if I'd be a good teacher, to be honest. I mean, I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to deal with rude teenagers. Even though the pay would be top notch in Luxembourg. Like, teachers get like 7,000 euros and more in teacher's salary. So that is actually nice, but nah. My university is largely okay, it's only pretty much focused on research. We have a lot of professors who double as researchers and teachers. Well, I did have one of those professors, but he was he worked as a consultant, and thus his, let's say his speech or his rhetoric was really good, and he really knew how to explain things, how to say things in different ways. He also always had tried to show it visually, because there's some people who, when you speak about something, they don't understand it, but if you show a bit, like a couple of GIFs, moving pictures, they suddenly go, ah, I get it now. So that professor was really nice. It's not worth becoming a teacher of any kind in the US unless you have a PhD or doctorate equivalent degree, like a JD or MD or something like that. Don't even know what a JD is. It's like with justice. Although, like, if you have a PhD and you become a teacher, is your wage gonna reflect that, or is that just tough cookies? You're gonna get paid your position and not your diploma. No, okay, let's see. Got the smell. Jewish doctor. Okay, yeah. Doctorate of law. That's what I thought. Well, here, if you do that, you usually have one career path, and that is either lawmaker or a judge. I do wonder though if you're a teacher in the US, if you get paid by your degree or by your position. Almost all PhD teachers work at universities as professors, where the pay is much better. Not great, but better. I mean, the pay in Luxembourg is really fantastic for those as well. If I could, hun, I'd love to send the forest to you. Imagine a forest suddenly manifesting above me and me getting crushed by the forest. I mean, I'm also not too far away from, well, it's not a big forest, but if I walk a bit, I'm close to a foresty area. Sorry about that. Ugh. That smell, man, it's horrible. Most JDs are lawyers or judges in the US, but theoretically you could teach with one, I believe. I had one such teachers, or well, not teachers, professors at university. But that was the course I was like selecting, with everything to do with that, with laws. We had a mandatory course about laws regarding media and IT. Which, I mean, that is fair. That's how it should be. Right, I'm gonna head out for now. Hopefully I'll be able to stay longer for another stream soon. Talk to you all later. Well, thank you for being part of the stream, guys. I really appreciate it, as always. And don't worry about it. You stay for as long as you want. And for as long as you can. And I wish you a good night. Sleep tight. Do not let the bedbugs and the cockroaches and the ticks, none of them, don't let any of them bite. And I hope I'm gonna see you in the next stream. Damn, that music kind of hard to describe what it does, but does it make sense when I say some music tracks kind of are vitalizing but calming at the same time? God, that I know. I keep I think I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna put another paper. It's like I have a chemical plant under my nose. It's bleh. Oh, it's a bit better now. Okay, so I actually... Oh, let me hang on. Actually needed 2 paper towels. Maybe I'm gonna need another one. It kind of blocks the smell. Not entirely, but... if it makes it at least a little less nasty, then I guess that helps. Plus aesthetic of flowers to add to it. Yeah, I mean... seeing nature like that's really nice. Must be nice living right next to a forest. So that's why you also have all of these creatures running around outside of your garden. Alright, Palkia. I got half an hour of streaming left. Please shine. So I can go onto Shield and get my baby shiny Magby. Oh, I think I'm... hang on. Do I have another paper towel here? Well, napkin, I guess that's enough. Wrapping my... like it's a pitta. It's pretty... looks pretty stupid, but... anything to not have that smell, bleh. Meant your stream? Oh, you mean the petals, the cherry blossom petals falling. Yeah, it does give us good spring vibes. I really like it. Pretty nice. And then in the autumn, it's gonna be the autumn leaves again. I don't have anything for summer specifically, though. I mean, what can you really have? I guess I could put them all at once. Which is a bit much, but... nah, we're not gonna do that. There we go. Alright, Palkia. Are you ready to shine yet? Or no? Okay, 825. Getting closer to 1,000. Yeah, I really wonder what I could do with, for the summer. I don't really have anything like that for the summer. An ocean? Yeah, but that does take a lot of, screen away. Like screen space. I found water drops or like, kind of a rain. But I guess, I mean, it's not only raining in the summer, right? Or like water bubbles because ocean, but the ones that I found were rather distracting. Or they were meant to be transitions. You got this music is so calming. The one playing right now, it's almost putting me to sleep. That's on me for choosing chill playlists, though. Oh, and please, no copyright, please. Sometimes it's a wild card. You never know if maybe... Sometimes I even had a song not get copyright struck for... I had it play in the stream in the background. And it wasn't an issue for a couple of months. And then suddenly, oh, you used that melody. We can't monetize your video. Okay. What about solstice? I mean, how would you have a solstice on there? Like, have the earth and the sun in a specific position? Unemployment application completed. Yeehaw! I also thought we were listening to Sky. It does have Skyrim vibes, definitely. I see where you're coming from. Or I guess I hear where you're coming from. Alright, 828, and it's not it. Hey there, human name. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Thank you for the RNGesus blessings. I really appreciate them. We are now 828 resets deep. Still no shiny Palkia. And the metal plastic paint coating, whatever it is, from my microphone is coming off. And I mean, it's a bit better now, but I've wrapped my microphone in 3 different paper towels to mask the smell because it's disgusting. And I've been complaining for the past hour about the smell. It's really not nice, but I guess the paper towel solution kind of works. Nope, still not a shiny. Skyrim's different, but yeah, sounds like it. More like Oblivion than Skyrim. Oh, I've played these games only once in my life, and it's been like, what, 20 years? Sounds like Frozen Tundras of Skyrim near Falkreath. What species did you play as? I think in my first playthrough, I used the cat folk. I forgot their name, but I was essentially, I guess, a furry. And all the NPCs kept accusing me of being a thief, even though, like, because apparently the cat folk in that universe are known to be thieves, but I was not thieving at all. I was actually going for like in Dungeons and Dragons, it would be like a good alignment chart. It would be lawful good. And they kept saying, you folk, you kitty cats, you steal. Bosmer, what's that again? What about you? Well, except for the microphone stink, I am doing good. Yana furry confirmed. Well, first I'm a Latias and now I'm a furry, apparently. Cajilled. Yeah, I think that was their name. I also did one playthrough with just, like, try to be me, as in the human me. Oh, was that meant to mean, milk drinker? Again, it's been like so long since I played the game. But yeah, everyone treated me like I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a funny cat person, and everyone treated me like a criminal. Bosm is a wood elf, okay. Scaly. Alright, Palkia, bring it on. Be shiny? No? Okay. Alright, 831 then it is. No, Kajit is race, milk drinker is a slur for the— oh, okay. Imagine a slur being milk drinker. It sounds so cute, but... Yeah, I remember trying to be a mage Kajit, which apparently that's not a very normal playthrough. Argonian by chance? Oh, I'd have to check. Argonians, which humans are those? Again, let me see. That is not a shiny. Wait, it says Argonians are scale, like reptile things. Enough with the Latias accusations. No, I was not that one. Human lizard folk. Don't remember which kind of human. I think they're just standard human. Lizard folk from the Black Marsh. Right, isn't that also a race that when you play as them, you get a lot of, like, you get seen as a not so trustworthy person? And I guess with the catfall, you just gotta go kss, 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 kss. It's a statement, not an accusation. Aha, that's how we're talking about that. I see, I see. Playing with words, aren't we? Standard human done Nords? Okay. Probably those then. Yeah, those were the only playthroughs I had. The kitty cat and the... where I tried to be me as like a human, and that's it. Never played it more, and I didn't even finish the game on neither playthrough. I also remember getting Skyrim for €2 on like a Steam summer sale. Both Khajiit and Argonians are stealthy archetypes. Yeah, I've noticed that with the Khajiit. Oh, what's the Imga again? Oh, the ape creatures. Okay. And for some reason my brain thought, wait, that's a shiny. Are the plastic fumes getting to my head? Has anyone ever played... Or, well, for those of you who have played Dungeons and Dragons, what kind of races and archetypes have you played? The second D&D thing that I'm playing now is... It's very fun. I'm now... Well, the first one was a magician. And now I'm a Locathar, I think, like the fish people, and I'm a bougie fish who's a sorcerer. It's pretty funny. So before I was my dipping the toes into D&D campaign was a standard human magician. So a witch, a broke witch, and now I'm a rich fish, I guess, who can also use magic. My playthrough now is a high elf, aka mage, aka Altmer. Have you heard of the high elves? Oh, ooh, oh. I hope you get the reference. D&D, my first playthrough was a Pixie Deathmaster. I don't even know what that is. Pixie Deathmaster? What race is that? What? Or is that like not standard D&D? Because I only ever played standard D&D, nothing too fancy. And 836 it is. Pixie Deathmaster, I don't think I've heard of that. You do? Yeah, it's a reference to that specific video. But he really does it like... The imitation, I'm not doing it justice, that video. He knows exactly how the engine works in that game. I do wonder though, for that guy in game who asks you, have you heard of the high elves? If you talk to him as a high elf, does he say something else? No, okay. Blech. Still kind of smell it, but it's at least not that bad. Are you talking about why you've been to the Cloud District very often, or am I saying of course you haven't? I barely played the games, and I forgot a lot about it. I don't know. With sci-fi, I remember every single thing, like small details that I've read in the books, and with fantasy, it's just like, nah. It's with the card things. My brain just selectively says, nah, I'm not gonna remember that as much as the other stuff. I mean, what I do remember is as a Khajiit, I guess that's how you pronounce it, is that everyone accused me of being a criminal or addicted to freaking drugs. And that was interesting, like, wow, is everyone racist against cat people in this universe? Yeah, I'm looking it up on a wiki right now. Okay, apparently their name means sand dweller. Okay, this really sounds ethereal right now. Where is this from? First Light Factor. Yeah, but like what game? Or is that from Factorio? I don't think I've heard of a name of a game called Factorio. But man, the music isn't helping. I mean, I like it, but it calms me down a little bit too much. I want to be awake when I stream. And that's also not shiny. What are we at? 838. Alright, at least we made more than 100 resets. What's that YouTube link, Venmings? I swear, this is something that you hear at a spa. Like a wellness place. Oh, your video of your ah, okay, I see. I'll just quickly open it and hopefully it doesn't play sound. I'm sorry if it did. Illusion Assassin build. Yeah, I never went in that area of, like, classes. But in general, Skyrim is very D&D-like. Right, 839, almost forgot to count that. Hey there, rude vegetable, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? I filled some pillowcases with rocks. Virtual reality will simulate a Snorlax sitting on my face. Really want to have a Snorlax sitting on you? Oh well, I mean it's the internet. You always find someone. I'm prepared for Snorlax's poke juice to drown me. Well, it tucks my poke flute. I am ready to be mush. Aha. Okay. I don't know what to say. Sure. Yeah? That's interesting. Human name, yeah, I agree. Shiny hunted on my flight to Hawaii and took me literally 2 whole hours to find shiny Snover. Oh, you did the sandwich method, which I have randomly tried, and it has yielded a couple of shinies, so seems to be a bit of an easy method, but like, not saying that your hunt wasn't full of merit, right? But shiny Snover. Imagine Cosmorm on you. That would be deadly. That thing is really heavy. I have to mentally heal myself from the comment that I just read. Like a fool, I read it out loud, of course I did. And that with the plastic microphone fume things, oh boy. Well, that kept me awake, so at least there's that, but someone is very keen on having Snorlax with them. Is Pokemon Sleep something really sexy then for them? I guess? I don't know. I wonder if Amit has seen this. Alright, 842. Speaking of Pokemon Sleep, am I still the only one around here playing this? I see Obama's for your championship with the Mega. Now, there's some people, I say, oh, I love Latias, but there's some people out there who quote-unquote love Pokemon in a completely different way as to how I love them. I love them as cool creatures, but some... we're back to the sex thing, guys. It just comes... Wait, what? Okay, again, what is happening? For a second I thought, wait, that's a shiny. No, it's not. Brain. Please. We gotta focus. We shall not fail a shiny, even with toxic microphone fumes. What's Pokemon Sleep? An app? Game? Kind of like Pokemon Go, but it's like a sleep tracker, but with like a little game in it. Never played Pokemon Sleep, too much of a fire hazard. Yeah, that's one thing that's not really great about it. You gotta leave it on your bed, and I mean, it's a phone that you probably charge that heats up. Having that very close to your head, it's not... Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not really ideal. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Wanted to show my friends my favorite Pokemon, Absol. Images appeared of fan art. Oh yes, Absol is a well-known quote-unquote victim of that. This is definitely Skyrim. The music right now is... yeah, that's Master and Secunda. That's from Skyrim. Yes, indeed, it is Skyrim. Man, the music is putting me to sleep. I mean, it's nice, right? But it's something I would expect to hear at a spa. And that's... yeah. Brain, you shouldn't see shinies where there are none. It's played in Bleak Falls Barrow. I don't remember where that is. I don't even know if I reached that part, because if I got 50% into the main game story, then I got far. For some reason, I just never felt like finishing Skyrim. Not that it's a bad game, it's just the Bethesda programming and kind of... Tooth and nail, and that will wake you up. Okay, is that a specific song? I guess I could play up-tempo hardcore, that would also wake me up. Nope, no shiny. Alright, 845. Nearing 900 resets. Why Absol though? It's just a cool looking cat goat thing. I have no idea. There's some Pokemon out there, like there's some people out there who think Mew is really hot. I don't get it. Or Mewtwo. They want to ban Mewtwo. I guess I shouldn't be shaming? And I'm not, but I just don't see it. Oh, from Skyrim, Tooth and Nail. Well, I'm gonna keep this playlist. I don't know, some Pokemon have quote-unquote sexual followings, and I don't really get it. With God of War, okay. And other, like, Pokemon that look very human and shapely. Like, maybe Serena, okay, I get it. But... No, well, do I get it? I wouldn't bang a plant, right? But I get where they're coming from, as in it's very, like, a feminine woman form. It's essentially a monster girl, and Mew is like, yeah, exactly, Mew is a fetus. Like, ew. No, you should absolutely shame them, okay, that's fair. But I swear, I've seen so many people think, oh, Mew, I wish, like, making insert fanfiction of, like, them banging Mew for some reason. Like, out of all the Pokemon you could smash, why Mew? And don't come with the transform thing, because you could choose Ditto for that as well. I mean, Ditto gets chosen for that purpose specifically. Why those when you can have Vaporeon? Oh, my poor water kitty cat, Vaporeon. Poor thing. That copy pasta definitely stained your reputation, and everyone now just thinks, oh, it's the ideal Pokemon to, let's say, copulate with, which I also don't agree with, but, like, I would never see a Vaporeon and think of, oh yeah, I'm gonna mate with that. Then again, I'm not a guy, but even if I were, I don't think, like, no, that's a cat, that's an animal, that's a beast, you don't do that. In terms as someone who personally really likes Vaporeon, I'm not a fan of that copy pasta, definitely. When the Lucario movie was new, I saw so much, let's say, spicy art of Mew and Lucario. I didn't get it. Like, I don't really think those two fit together. I mated with Ash? I didn't! And the Kiss Latias thing, that was... If it was the Latias or the girl, that's a question of the movie, right? Although I could see why people say it's the Latias. But, like, that wasn't me. And, yeah, no, I did not bang Ash. What the hell? And kissing is not mating. Those are two different things. But yeah, I would say it was the Latias kissing Ash, and not the girl. Considering how much the Latias seem to love Ash. You are a Latias. Nasty rumors. They keep persisting. I don't even know why. Do I look like a Latias to you? Are we having GameCube music again? Okay, I'm gonna skip that one because you already had that yesterday. Golf with your friends. Never heard of that. And if it really were me, as in what people think, it would not be a red Latias. Let's keep it at that. No, I'm not a Latias human name. That guy with that comment, I wonder where he is now. He started something. Alright, let's see. Palkia, please. Yes, your pic is in your startup screen. Oh no, that's not me. That's sprite work. Yeah, sprite work. That my husband made. That's not me. No. Has anyone ever heard of a game called Golf with Your Friends? I'm looking for it and no idea where this is from. He started a movement of truth. Okay, change of topic. My microphone still smells. Well, not as bad, but it still smells. I'm definitely gonna... Actually, maybe I'll have it out on the terrace for the night. Oh wait, will it survive below... temperatures below 10 degrees? My husband took a picture of... Yeah, but like, that is not the Latias picture. I'm talking about the human picture. As in, there are never any Latias pictures, and if you hear about that, that's fake news. To make myself perfectly clear. You should do something about that. About what? Apparently being supposedly a Latias? That's something a Latias would say, change of topic. No, a Latias would make no noise because they can't speak human tongue. I mean, they understand human language, but... Yeah, explain that, huh? How am I able to speak? And do all that paperwork? If I were a Latias, that wouldn't work. That would take a very convincing human imitation. Yeah, I should definitely do something about the microphone. I just don't know what. I guess I could take a picture and show it on Discord, but it's just like, you know what? If the paint would come off, kind of, but it's like a plastic layer. You want to know what it smells like? The microphone smells of the lies you are saying. Okay. Well, this is it. It's the end of the stream. Totally not an excuse to not answer these very inappropriate questions and accusations. I speak telepathically. No, I don't. I'm using a microphone. That stings. But yeah, 851 resets. Still no shiny. I don't think I reset over shiny by accident. That would be a massive failure, but oh well. No shiny, stinky microphone. I'm definitely, as Jason Harris said, I think I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna see what I can do. And as always, thank you for each and every one to be being part of the stream. And I wish you a good night. Sleep tight and do not let the bedbugs bite. Bye bye. And also, I'm not a Latias.